on here to the agenda. If you subscribe to my channel, then you wouldn't need the link. It would just be there for you. But anyway, so I'm updating that so people can get back on. Let's see. Okay. So I'll wait again. I have no idea what happened. It said they thought that there was some copyright issue, which there wasn't. There was nothing on there that would have been copyrighted. They did that to me earlier on GeoID, and I have no idea why. But that, when they did it for GeoID, we had music playing, so we thought maybe that was it. Apparently not. So now I'm just trying to wait for people to rejoin. Well, we've got 5 people in here now. Again, I don't know what happened. They didn't like my dogs being on here, I guess. Maybe my dogs are copyrighted. I don't know. Can you guys see the screen okay? Do I need to move it a little bit? Yeah, the notes are not going to load yet. I didn't want you guys jumping on them yet. I don't know what happened, Josue. They thought I was copywriting, but I wasn't, so they were wrong. The screen is blurry. I think it's the quality of the camera. And if you guys subscribe to my channel, and if you get other people to subscribe, once I reach 1,000 subscribers, then I can actually go mobile and use a better camera. So that's what I'm hoping for. But I can't. The only way that I can try to fix the blurriness is this, and it doesn't really fix it. I think it's just on yours because it's not blurry on my end. All right, so I want to talk through a couple things. So I'm going to talk about the most missed questions on the exit quizzes from yesterday, the simplifying radicals. We had some that were like, if you had something like this, like 2 square root of 45, where there was a number out here, that type of problem was the most missed. So I just want to talk about it for a second, and then maybe one with a higher number. So there were some people struggling with the higher number one. But on this one, so I've got 2 square root of 45. In order to simplify this, simplifying this when it's not a perfect square, meaning no whole number times itself is equal to 45. So that means that I'm going to end with a square root in my answer. So that will be the exact form of it. So I'm going to have to simplify or break this down. And in doing that, I do what we call a factor tree. So if you guys remember the whole factor tree thing. So I've got 5 times 9. And so 5 is a prime number, so you circle it. Again, primes are numbers that you can only multiply 1 in itself to get it. And then 9, you keep going because it's not prime, is 3 times 3. And so you have 3 is prime, so you circle them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out any pairs. So I have a pair of 3. That means 3 times 3 is within here. So that 3 can come out. So I've got 2 and then the square root of something, but this 3 comes out with the 2. So 3 times 2. But I only put 1 3 out there, not 2 3s, just 1 3, because the square root of 9 is 3, right? You don't say 9, right? You don't pull 2 3s out. You say that it's just the 3. So you pull 1 3 out. And then you're left with just this lonely 5, and it stays inside. Then you multiply those 2 together, and you've got 6 square root of 5. So that's how you would do that one. Have we froze up at all yet? Can someone maybe respond? Have I frozen at all? Okay, I think it was just the time frame. Like maybe YouTube was just really busy during that time. So I think we'll just switch our YouTube live times to 1 instead, because I think maybe it's going to work better. Except they like to kick me off for copyright, but I'm not. But, you know, it's whatever. Okay, so I'm going to do one more like this. And those are the things that were on the exit quizzes and the IXL practice of simplifying radicals that you guys were supposed to do yesterday. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a larger number. And I showed yesterday, I'll get it back out. Those of you who have I think it's this one. Let's see, square root of 45. No, it wasn't this one. What is this one then? This Casio. So for those of you who have this Casio calculator, this one actually simplifies them for you. So those of you who get to use a calculator all the time, even on tests like standardized testing, this is the calculator you're going to want, just because it does simplify these for you. So you would type in, you would do the square root button. So that is right here. And then you would do 45, and it's going to give you 3 square root of 5. I don't know if you can see it very well. So it actually simplifies it down for you. Now that's just the square root button. You would have to know that that number out in front is being multiplied with whatever you get from that. So it helps. The notes don't load. The notes that are linked on here on this agenda, is that what you guys are talking about? Because I made it so that they wouldn't load on purpose. I didn't want you guys jumping ahead yet. Okay. Again, I don't want you guys going there yet. Just wait. Be patient. Patient, oh great one. Okay. So you will watch the video. You will take notes on the note sheet, and then and I'll release that as soon as I get off the live. You'll do an IXL practice. And then on paper, so this is the tricky part. This is something new, okay? So on paper, you're going to complete 2 problems, and those problems are here, but I also have it in the assignment as well. Like I have all this information in this assignment as well. So you're going to take out a piece of paper and pencil. You're going to go old school, unless you want to record yourself with your phone and record yourself on your iPad in Notability. You can do that. But I need you to record yourself working these problems out. So I need to see you doing the work, and I need to see the paper or iPad as you're doing it. So I need to see, as you're doing these 2 problems, I want to see all the work that you do. I need that, and that will be what you'll turn in as your exit slip for this lesson. I want to see where you're making mistakes, if you're making mistakes, like how I can help you. And so seeing you work through it will help me be able to give you feedback. And my plan is to give you like audio feedback. And there is a way that we can do that on Canvas. I'm working through that right now, trying to figure all that out, because that's how I want to do the test. So this will be a test run of how we will do the actual like test for this section. So all things polynomials, no, you're not going to screen record. No screen record. Do you guys hear me? No screen record. I have to see you. I have to see you, your person, working it out. Like I'm standing over you and you're working it out at your desk. Like I need to see that. Canvas will let you submit videos because I've allowed the video option on that assignment. So the reason they wouldn't allow you to submit videos before is just because the way the teacher set up the assignment. So we're going to do that. It's going to be a test run. There may be some glitches. If there's glitches, you reach out to me. We'll work through them. Like we're in this together, guys. Like this is totally new. I've never done a test where I've had kids record themselves doing problems. Like I've never done that before because I can always just be there when they're doing them. But I need to see you doing them. I need to see where you're making mistakes if you are, so I can help you fix them before you move on to the test. When we come back from spring break, we will be doing a test over all things polynomials and quadratic functions. So I need you to do these things. Again, I'm going to do one more problem. I'm going to do a higher number problem to help you guys that kind of struggle with the higher numbers. So let's do 4 square root of 90. So I have 4 square root of 90. First of all, it is a 10. It's a factor of 10 because it ends in a 0. So I would start with 9 times 10. And then 9, I'm going to do 3 times 3. And 10 is 2 and 5. And I have this pair of 3s that I can pull out in front with that 4, right? And then I'm left with the 2 and 5. So I have a 3 times 4 out front, and I have a 2 times 5 left inside. So that makes 12 square root of 10. I may do one more. Do you guys need a number that's like weird, like you're not really sure what numbers to start off with? Good talk. Okay, so yes, I will do one more then. Let's see, what number should I do? No, that one you would know. One. All right, let's do 154. So the square root of 154. First of all, it's even. So if it's even, you can always do 2 times something and figure out what that something is. If it's not even, I try 3s. And 3s, the rule is like you would add your digits. So like that would be 6, and then 4 is 10. 10 is not divisible by 3, so this would not be divisible by 3. So 3 is not something that you could use. But this one's even, so we're going to start with 2. Again, if the 3 doesn't work and the 2 doesn't work, then you can start with 4. Try 4. I mean, you have access to calculators so you can always do like the number divided by 3, the number divided by 4, the number divided by 5 until you get a whole number, and then those would be the 2 numbers you would use. So on this one, it's 2 times something. Well, that something is whatever 154 divided by 2 is. So that's going to give me 77. So 2 times 77. Circle the 2 because it's prime. Now 77, it's a double digit, so you know that 11 times 7 would multiply to give you 77. Again, the double digits is 11 times whatever the double digit is. So 7 times 11, well, here's a big problem because those are both prime and that's prime. So then what do we do at this point? Nothing gets to come out in front. So your simplest form is actually the 154. That will happen sometimes. So you will be given problems like this sometimes, and that would just be your answer. All right, so I kind of want to move on because I don't have a whole lot more time before I've got to get going to take my daughter. So moving on to discuss just real quick about the notes. So on the notes, they do work through 8 problems. Please slow it down if it's going too fast for you. She does kind of go pretty quick through the simplifying process, and I know that's where a lot of you guys kind of struggle a little bit. If you are like, you're going through the video and you're like, I don't understand how she's able to simplify this and get this number, then contact me. I sent out a Canvas message that has my FaceTime. You just type in that email address and it will FaceTime me and I can sit and work through it with you. I had someone do that yesterday and I was able to sit and work through the stuff on the board. Now, I may be at the dentist office, and I don't care. I'll answer it, and I can use my phone and write on my phone screen. But we can talk through it, and we'll get through it. So if you need help, ask. Again, watch the notes. Watch the video and take the notes with the video. I'll load them up as soon as I get off here, and then do the IXL practice. And then your exit for that is going to be the video. Now, I am going to extend, this is going to be like the last thing that's going to be due before spring break. So all of the stuff that we've done is like, that's it. Like, this is it before spring break ends. So tomorrow's live session will just be, hey guys, what questions do you have? Which ones should I do on the board? Which ones do you need me to break down slower? Or maybe I'll just do some IXL examples. So to just be more of this stuff, because this is a pretty big, huge thing. The quadratic formula, I'm not going to scare you with this, or I'm not meaning to scare you, but this is what it looks like. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And there's like a little song tune to this so that you can help you remember it. But I mean, you get to use references. You get to use resources. I'll never make you memorize this formula. But we've already seen this part of it, right? The negative b over 2a. That's how we found the vertex. Negative b over 2a. This is just kind of combining it all. And this finds your zeros for any quadratic function, even the ones that are the ugly factoring or the ones that don't factor. The big thing to pay attention to is if in here, if you end up with a negative number, remember you cannot take the square root of a negative number. So if you were to end up with a negative number in here, then that would be no real solutions. Other than that, you can watch how they break down this formula and apply it. So good luck. See you guys later. Oh, tomorrow's theme. I need suggestions. I'm doing a prom theme with my GeoIED, but that's only because they're working on a post-prom project. So if you guys have suggestions right now, Say what they are. What do you think tomorrow's theme should be? And you guys need to dress the part too. Send me some pics. No one's sending me any pictures. Oh, hang on. I've got messages. Nope. No pictures, though. Pizza time? Like, how is that a theme? Like pizza? Pickle costume. I don't have a pickle costume. I'm not really sure how to make a pickle costume. I don't know. So far, pickle and pizza. Like, would I eat pizza? Do I become the pizza? Come on, creative people. I don't know that I have a pizza shirt. Are you just hungry? Is that, Josue, are you hungry? Is that why you're like, pizza? That's the only thing I can think of right now because I'm hungry. What about camo? I have a camo sweatshirt for my doggy. We could do a camo theme. Do y'all have camo? Really? No, you don't have camo? How do you not have camo? How are you going to survive an apocalypse if you don't have camo? Rainbow. Well, that was kind of the theme the first day. I was all rainbow colored out. No other suggestions. And I got a no on the camo, so no one wants camo. A place away from India, or did you mean Indiana? And it's rainy weather. So like a beach theme, since we're going to go on spring break, maybe a beach theme. We could do beach theme. I could do beach theme. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a beach theme. So we're not thinking about the rainy weather in Indiana. All right, tomorrow's beach theme. All you get your beach gear ready and send some pics. All right, done. See ya.